Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Thank you everyone. Thank you for having me. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Rifaldi Khunaifi. I'm from Muhammadiyah University of Palangkaraya, Central Kalimantan. I'm the first author of paper and I'm going present to you our news article. The title is The Improving Speaking Skill Through Role-Playing Strategies in the Student at Muhammadiyah University of Palangkaraya. So, let's get started. Introduction. The English has four basic skills. They are first skill, namely listening, speaking, reading, and writing, and has three additional abilities, namely grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. All components are very important according to Ghazali 2010. In the English education study program, the speaking subject is often considered a scary and difficult subject for students because in English very difficult for pronunciation and speaking are different. Besides, students often have difficulty speaking due to first difficulty expressing idea, so that students are confused about what they are going to convey. Second, limited vocabulary and grammar, so that students find it difficult to speaking fluently. The third limitation of pronunciation word, so it's different to pronounce the word correctly, and the fourth is not having difficulty speaking for fear of being wrong. Of the four basic skills in English, namely the four basic skills, and there is listening, there is speaking, reading, and writing. It's still not maximally provided to students. Not a few students of University Muhammadiyah of Palangkaraya are still unable to understand well and do not understand the sentence spoken by interlocutors who use English. Research objectives. The first, to find the student active while participating in the speaking skill training, which is designed to use the role-playing technique. And the second, to find out whether the use of the role-playing strategy can improve the speaking skill of students. And then, benefits of research. The research is expected to arrange and provide scientific contribution of reference, especially in the field of English, especially in speaking English. And then, research methods. The point A, research techniques. This question action research was designed and implemented in the study program at Faculty Agriculture and Forestry and the Islamic Faculty of University Muhammadiyah of Palangkaraya. The research subject were students of the undergraduate program in the faculty, and then and the research method. There is the first is planning. This research was developed with overall the action research design consists of two cycles, and is planning, spirit classroom action research process, which include the phase planning, taking action, observation, and reflecting. Planning, the activities carried out of this planning stage are as follows: prepare learning scenario according to research implementation procedure and preparing learning plans, learning material, preparing instrument for pre-test and post-test, and preparing observation sheets. And the second, execution of the action. The plan that has been prepared is carried out in according with the steps that have been made, namely the process of increasing student achievement and learning patience in the speaking subject. And then the activities carried out in this start are conducting a pre-test, implementing learning scenario using the role-playing strategy, which has been planned, and the end, the action is given a post-test. The third, observation. At the stage observation, carry on the implementation of action to observe the implementation of learning with the role-playing strategies. This observation is carried to see whether all the plans that have been made properly are not deviation that can give less than optimal result in creating student achievement and enthusiasm for learning in the speaking subject. And the last, reflection. And the reflection says, discussion of the result of the activities from the first and the second cycle is carried. Then analyze the lineup about the condition of learning using the role-playing technique, and also the reflection on student. The result of the analysis were compared with the established success criteria, namely 17%. And then the next, data collection technique phase. The data in the study were collected using observation sheet and speaking test results. Observations were made on the activities carried by lecturers and students during the learning process. The data collection used the following instrument. The first, observation sheet that collect data about student learning situation. And the second, speaking test result to collect data about the student's ability to speak in English. The third, the criteria for success in the study are seen from the result of observation. If the average quality is sufficient or capable of greater than 17%, and the test result also reaches a competency of at least 70%. The minimum competency in question is the average value obtained by students where if their average score has reached 17, then the value is considered to have met the success criteria. And then next, result and discussion. The first is pre-test result. The pre-test here was carried out the first meeting. The pre-test was carried out to determine the student's speaking skill before the drama technique was applied. From the pre-test results, the average score of student was 45. That means that the level of student mastery in the pre-test reached 45%. And then research cycle 1, the research cycle 1, from the observation results, it can be seen that students' ability to speak in English using drama techniques can be analyzed that students are still hesitant in speaking English, and students do not have the correct say express their opinions and ideas when having dialogue with their friends. In the first cycle, the average student was able to grammar will amount to 40%. Well, students who were able to use good vocabulary were 14.8%, and the students who were able to pronounce words with correct pronunciation with 13.20%, judging from the speed and the fluency of students in speaking. Students' ability and fluency amounted to 10%. And then next, research cycle 2. Yeah, the result of poster cycle 2 saw that the mean score of student was 78.32%. The mean score of student in cycle I was if it is related to success criteria, it is clear that the observation result and the poster result in cycle 2 have met this criteria. Thus, it can be concluded that the application of the drama technique in the speaking subject can improve student ability to speak it in English, besides that it can also foster student confidence. We can see in the table, the record of data from observation of cycle 1 and the cycle 2. Observed variable, point 1, the ability of student to speak with use the correct grammar. The cycle 1, 14%, and the cycle 2, 16.2%. Okay, the next conclusion. The result of classroom action received by applying grammar technique in speaking learning which consisted of 2 cycles turned out to be able to answer the research objective purposely presented. In other words, the student's ability to speak English had significantly improved after the drama technique was applied in the lecture. This can be proven by the result of the observation and the result of the post-test in the cycle 2. For more detail, the following show the result of the observation in cycle 1 and cycle 2, the result of the post-test cycle 1 and the cycle 2. Okay, thank you for your attention. I think enough. Good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.